Baptist Church is actually near downtown. It was torn down and rebuilt a few years ago, though. This speech is called The Ballot or the Bullet. Ms. Hedgebeth, students, I hope everyone is well today. I'm sure we all have a great deal on our minds. But questions I have on my mind today: why is it that some minorities feel that their vote doesn't matter, doesn't count? After years of fighting for this right, why do we feel this way? What caused this opinion after years of fighting for this right? What will happen in this 2020 election with this mentality? Knowing how unpredictable these questions is, I believe that it's either the ballot or the bullet. I believe that you are all wondering what the ballot or the bullet means. But before I go on and explain, I want to tell you my reasonings and my bias. I'm not a person of high wealth or privilege. I grew up on the west side of Detroit all my life. So I know that I'm very qualified to be giving this speech to you today at Cass Technical High School. I do have my personal opinions about the government, and they will be heard. A ballot is like a bullet. You don't throw your ballot until you see a target. And if that target is not within your reach, keep your ballot in your pocket. Malcolm X. In order to vote, you must do your research to ensure the next leader of the free world at least knows something about politics. But we must also want to vote. We must come to realize that our voices matter, and they will be heard. They will be felt within the government because our voices are strong. Our voices have power behind them, and we must believe that. This upcoming election should be a turning point in history, not just a movement. We must continue on the foundations that were set before us. Black Lives Matter means so much than just another hashtag. And the government must see and hear that. If they don't, the pattern will continue, and another rich white man will be in office who does not care but any but the 1%. There is a clear divide in this country, whether that be race or wealth. There always has been. I'm not saying that every rich right politician is out to make America great again, or shall I say white again, because that's what I believe it says. But it's the simple fact that we need someone who understands the people, all the people, and not just the 1% in this country. Someone who is qualified to run a country and not just a business. Not to mention 2 of those businesses went bankrupt. Oh, and he collected. If you are willing to let your businesses go bankrupt after hardworking people worked for years to build them up from nothing, what will you do to a country? A country that you decided to stand by for, to run, to protect, to lead. What will you do? Malcolm X said that 1964 will be the most explosive year in American history. But history has proven that he was wrong. I mean, look at this country. In order to distract us from important bills and laws being passed through Congress, they come up with a new scandal every week about who's dating who, what Trump is doing, what his family is doing, what divorce just happened, what's going on social media. Why is that important? We must take initiative to care, to listen to what's going on. Do anybody even really pull up their phone every morning and look on CNN? I know Ms. H does, but can anybody truly says they go on CNN every day? They go on Fox 2. They watch the news. They look at articles. They read bills that are being passed. They participate in their community. No. Because we are blindsided by the tomfoolery that is being before us. And it's not okay. What change has been brought? We have to learn from the past. It's time to really have Dr. King and Malcolm X's dream come true. We have to make ourselves equal, and we need a leader who will stand by us. How come we get to be called American, but aren't even treated like it? I would say that I am a victim, but after 1,000 years of being a victim, I'm tired of calling myself one. You shouldn't want to call yourself a victim. We shouldn't have been victims. What have our grandparents, our great-grandparents and on worked so hard for all these years? For us to be called victims? No. We need to take that name and turn it around because I don't want to be a victim anymore. The system has failed us. It was not set up for us to win anyway. It was set up to trick and appease the ones before us. The laws they made were not laws to benefit us. Because look where we still are. Can you really say that our schools have more than over 40% of white kids in them? Our schools might not be segregated anymore, but they are in our minds. It's not okay. We must do our aim before we fire this bullet, because if not, this country will forever be against us. We turned a blind eye for many years. When 2020 comes, remember they will dress up something very nicely, but it's our job as the people to take off the costume. Washington right now is a wolf dressed up in sheep's clothing, and we must realize that. They cannot hide from this truth, and we cannot either. It is time to really make change and stop talking about it. Right now, it's not about the Democratic, the Republican Party. It's not even about Donald Trump. It's about how we as people aren't even considered American. We might be called it, but are we really? So I say now, as someone said before me, in 2020, it is either the ballot or the bullet. Thank you.